DeAndre Moore has signed with Colorado. Let's talk about why I really love getting DeAndre Moore into this offense at Colorado and what I think Julian Lewis and DeAndre Moore could be capable of in Brennan Marion's go-go offense. What's up, kinfolk? It's RJYOUNG. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching Adapt and Respond, thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year-round. If you're into that, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and answer the question in the comments below. What do you think DeAndre Moore is going to end up with as a single-season tally at Colorado? Do you think he can be a 1,000-yard receiver, a 60, 70-catch receiver? Do you think he can rival Travis Hunter's 96 receptions over 1,200 yards with more than 10 TDs playing in this go-go offense with Julian Lewis at quarterback? Because I genuinely believe he can. Now, before I get into why I think this can happen and why I think this is a really great fit for Brennan Marion's offense in this all-important 2026 season for Deion Sanders and Colorado, I need to talk to y'all about how y'all talking about me.
Hello and welcome to Sports Spin, where we take a sports story and we spin it. I'm Sun-EB7 and thank you for joining. You've seen it up front. Another signing at CU. This Deion Sanders guy, I don't know who he is, but he don't know when to quit. He doesn't know nothing about trying to be unsuccessful or giving up. You can forget that. He just ain't gonna do it. And I think the world is better because of it. And young people, when you look at a guy like this, the ones that are in Colorado, you look at that tenacity and you look at why and what he'll go through and what he'll do to get what he wants or to be what he wants to be, despite all the other noise. That's what you need to have to be successful in your football career, your athletic career, your work career, whatever it is. That's what you need, that kind of tenacity. I might know a little something about that, you know what I'm saying? I don't have millions of dollars, but I look like a million, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm just joking. Anyway, it was good to see these signings. Now, he went and got this new offensive coordinator with this go-go offense, and they're going to change their look. What it means, everybody's going to be waiting to see. You got the new offensive coordinator, then you got all these signings, you got his top recruit. That's a whole nother deal what he did. You never really want to get into talking about anybody's kids, but just remember, these are grown men. He's old enough to play in the pros. So if he makes decisions that people don't agree with or they think it's a bad decision or not a smart decision, you're going to say it. Yes, they're young. But I don't think anybody gave a damn about that when Shedeur was in Cleveland. They trashed him. They did every damn thing they could do to try to ruin him. Nobody cared that he was 21 years old. So I'm not going to care today. No, I'm not going to trash him. I'm sure he's a good kid. He's getting a college education, and he's playing the sport he loves to play, and he's going to be playing on Sundays. None of that is false. But the fact of the matter is, with this NIL and all this stuff, there is more to consider when you let me just say this, because I don't talk college football that much, because with the NIL and all the transfer portal, it's hard to keep up with. It's like the NBA. Stuff happening every day, not every week. So, but anyway, that said, and we'll be getting back to that soon too. But that said, you have to ask yourself the right questions. Everybody is win now or what have you done for me lately? Everybody's about that now. The issue with that is this. So I guess what I'm trying to say is you have to ask questions outside of what you think of when somebody offers you an opportunity or money. When that comes about, you can't just look at your situation and say, well, that's better than this one. Maybe, maybe not. How many players transferred into the transfer portal or went to the transfer portal, got to a new team and sat the bench? And they were starting on the team they were on, or they were potentially about to start. Either way, what looked like the grass was greener on the other side, it wasn't. It just looked greener because it was turf. You have to take in consideration. Now, do I think this player, Seaton, going to sit the bench? No, I don't think so. But what if where he goes, there is some competition that's just like him? Somebody got to sit. And you're the newcomer. Depending on what school he choose, right? Why did they want you away from there? You see, if you and you being there, what is your reasoning for making the move? Because you were getting something in Colorado that I don't believe you can get at any other university. Because they don't care like that. And I'm saying it. I know. I played. I know. I went to college. The coaches at these colleges does not. Here, let me be real. And there, you get a lot of coaches denying this shit, but I remember when coaches used to recruit players just so they don't have to play against them. Lots of teams was doing that. Yeah. You think they changed? No. That's still part of the game. That's still part of the strategy. If I can pull your best player, and you, especially if you're in my conference, but even if you're not, if I can pull your best player off of there, that's going to take wins away from you. I may not need him. I just need you not to have him. What do you think is going on in Colorado? They don't want those players. They want them away from him. But he's reloading, so he don't care. He's doing whatever he do. He ain't even bothered with it. So it is what it is. But you wish the best for the young guy. You hope that it works out well. But you know, this movement, that's the one thing I see wrong with the transfer portal. And I like to put them together, transfer portal and NIL. That's the one thing I see is the movement is too frequent. There needs to be a 2-year, you can't move for 2 years once you take a deal. Because you're getting paid. You can't move for 2 years. That'll slow down some of the movement because the movement like this is not good. It's supposed to be about a college education. Now I'm for the pay. I'm for all that, but that movement. So that's why I played the clip you know why I decided I wanted to explain why I played the clip at the beginning of the video instead of throughout the video like some influencers or YouTubers. And the reason I do that is I want to get it out the way so that I can, because I watch some influencers or YouTubers or whatever, and they stop the video and start talking, and then they play a little bit and then stop it and start talking, and I want to throw something at the screen. I don't. I just click them off. But I didn't want to be that kind of annoying. Now, once the video is played, you know you're more than likely not going to see more video. You're just going to hear what I've got to say. And if you're interested, you'll stay. And if you're not, you'll click off. So I decided, I kept saying I was going to do that, and I would always forget. So there it is. So the question is, what will Juju Lewis be like, do in this go-go offense? He's got this new weapon coming from Texas. He's got some other things that's, you know, they've got they're killing the transfer portal. They're going to be a new team next year, and I think people are worried. I think that's why they're calling for people like Seaton and things. But I digress. The other thing is Deion gets this new go-go offense. He gets him a new offensive coordinator, and he changes up. You see his willingness he stays light on his feet. I've always admired that about people who do that because I do that. I stay light on my feet. If I have to pivot, I pivot. You have to be able to move with the times because one thing's certain in life, and that's change. That's guaranteed. Something's going to change, and you need to be able to roll with it. Deion is that kind of person where he rolls with that change. Now, he's got this new go-go offense, and he's got this new offensive coordinator, and what if he wins 9 games? What if he wins 8 games? That's going to be the talk. You know, just a little bit ago, people start talking about his job. Start talking about, is it over for him? Matter of fact, I just seen a website talking about, I knew it was going to crash. I won't say the guy's name, but that's strong language for someone like him. I knew it was going to fall apart and all this other shit. You know what that sound like? I was waiting for it to fall apart. I was hoping that it fall apart. That's fuel for the guy up in Colorado. You should be quiet until it fall apart. And when it's on the ground, then speak. You're like the guy that celebrate before he get to the end zone. Shh. Wait and see what happens, dodo. Anyway, in closing, I just want to say next year I want to get more into college football. I'm going to find a way to do it. This movement is what kept me away from it because I couldn't. The stories came so fast. But the rebrand and the rescheduling has opened things up and afforded me the opportunity to chase it now. So, with that said, I just want to thank you for joining. Hope you like, share, and subscribe if you like the content. And one other thing, this sports story has been spun. Take care.